Hi everyone, it's Lisa Teeter. So today I wanted to do an update on my cancer. A lot of things happened over the last couple of weeks. About a week ago I went in for chemo and didn't have chemo because I had a really bad cough. My blood oxygen was very low. It was like 88. And so they were very alarmed and sent me to the ER. So they sent me over to Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston. And my husband was so great, but at the same time, my son, who has autism, was having a really difficult time emotionally, and he just was really in a bad place. So we did not want to go to the hospital. We were afraid to leave him alone for such a long time. And we really didn't have anybody to call to come stay with him. So we tried to, at least my husband tried to get my oncologist to just prescribe oxygen for at home, and hopefully it would resolve itself. But my oncologist was not going for it. So they allowed me to go home and say goodbye to my kids and pack a bag, because I know how this always goes. Every time I go to the ER, I end up being admitted, and I end up spending like 5 days at the hospital. So I anticipated that I would be admitted. So I wanted to be prepared, and I wanted to have all my stuff, because I didn't want my husband to have to keep driving back and forth to the hospital for silly things that I needed. So anyway, I went to the ER, and it was a Friday night. So it was a Friday night at a Boston emergency room. I don't have to tell you how absolutely horrific it was there. They were so busy, and it was really kind of sad because there were a lot of people there. You could tell they were just like drug seeking, and I was so horrified that I was there. I was so stressed out, and they still couldn't figure out why my oxygen level was low. So they did all these tests on me. They did a CT scan of my chest, came back fine. They did a ultrasound of my heart. That was fine. They did, what else did they do? They did blood tests. They did 3 COVID tests. They did a flu test, a bunch of stuff. A lot of the time I was just sitting there. And so my husband came back to the hospital later on about, I don't know, it had to be about 11 o'clock. So he came back and stayed with me until 2:30 in the morning. But when he came back, he started rubbing my feet, and the doctor said, wait a second, why don't I just test her foot? Because I had gel nail polish on my fingernail that I had tried to scrape off, but apparently I didn't do a great job. Meanwhile, she put the blood oxygen oximeter on my toe. It was 98. My oxygen level was 98. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if everything resolved itself or what. I told them I had a cold. I always get a cold this time of year when the seasons change. And just because I have cancer doesn't mean I'm not going to get that cold. In fact, I do have it, and it's lasting a lot longer than it normally does. But it's the same exact cold I always get. And I just treat it with Zyrtec and Mucinex, and I wait it out. So anyway, so that story ended with me going home, thank God, and everything was fine. I went in on, I think it was Tuesday, and I had my CT scan, my regularly scheduled 3-month scan. And they do a scan of my chest, my abdomen, and my pelvis. And guess what? The tumor in my adrenal glands that we've been trying to shrink, so I can have surgery, shrank about 40%. So that's huge. And another one that they thought was a tumor that had gas around it on the last scan was not there at all this time, so that was really good. I do have 2 lower lobes of my lungs are collapsed. I forget the word they used for it, but they're collapsed. So it doesn't really affect me, but it's kind of unfortunate. And that is about it. So really good news. So we're really happy. I'm like over the moon. So I'm going to keep going with this chemo. It's a targeted chemo, and hopefully it will just eradicate this last tumor, and I can go into remission. That's the goal. Or it will get far enough away from my colon so that the surgeon can go in and easily remove it without damaging my colon or any other thing around it. So that was good. So I don't know, I was really happy, and my husband was really happy, and my kids are really happy, so all good. And the next thing is I go for my chemo on this coming Thursday. The other thing that's going on is because I had such severe reactions to the chemo about 2 months ago, where I was in a wheelchair, and I got diabetes, and so many things happened. Because I was in that wheelchair for a month, during that month my neuropathy got really bad, and it must have gone into my ankles as well. So once I got out of the wheelchair, I really had a difficult time walking, and I've been falling a lot, like a lot. It's very scary. I have fallen and cut my leg really bad. I haven't broke anything, thank God, but I'm going on Tuesday to the brace clinic at Spalding Rehab, and I'm going to have a brace fitted for my left leg. So it will hopefully help me not fall. It'll give me a little bit more stability. I've been going to PT twice a week, and I'm doing well, but it's like I'm learning how to walk all over again, and it's really hard. I think the worst thing was, I think it was like a week ago, I was in PT, and they asked me, my physical therapist asked me to do this thing where you try to lift your ankle up while you're sitting. You try to lift your feet up, and I couldn't lift my feet up. Like, it didn't matter how hard I tried at all. And I asked my husband to do it, and he could do it, And I just felt like, oh my God, I can't even like make myself do these things by focusing on it. Like my feet were not doing anything. You know, I walk around and I'm off balance a lot, and it scares my family. So I don't know. It kind of sucks, actually. There's nothing worse than not being able to walk normal. So it doesn't affect my ability to do furniture, so that's good. I haven't been doing any furniture while I was really sick. I'm like 2 months behind. I feel terrible. I have so many things to do, and I don't know. I struggle between what I have to do and relaxing and what I want to do. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's really hard for me to like just relax and just recover. I'm so used to just going and doing things, and I can't now. Like, it's so frustrating. It's like the most frustrating thing in the world. I like can't do the things I want to because like my feet don't work. And I also have neuropathy in my hands, so I have to do things differently than the way I did them before. I don't even have fingerprints on my fingers. It's so weird. Like, look at my fingers. They're all like flat, but they also have these like, I don't know if you can see it, but they have these like, it almost looks like I've been underwater. You know when your hands get like pruny? That's what it looks like on my hands. But yeah, I have no fingerprints, and so it's hard for me to grip things. It's hard for me to turn cans, or like I try to open, there's a bug here. I eat like these wee yogurts, and they have this tab like tinfoil thing that you pull off. I can't even pull that off. Like, I have to have my son or my husband pull off the tab so I can eat the yogurt. And I don't know, it's just hard for me. I'm really independent, and I don't mind help, but I don't like asking people to do everything for me. And like, I don't know, it bugs me. I'm really struggling with this whole like illness thing and letting people help me, and I don't know, it's a lot. It's a lot. So but anyway, so that's what's going on with my cancer. The other thing is there anything else? No, I don't think so. I think that's it for my cancer. So you guys say prayers for me, because I need my cancer to go in remission. I need this. I really need to beat this cancer. I need to do it for a lot of reasons, but especially for my children and for my husband. Like, they need me, and it's a lot. Like, I don't want to leave my husband, you know? So, like, all positive thoughts. Like, at night, I go to bed, I listen to this. It's going to sound so crazy. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm admitting this. But every night I listen to, we call it my cancer music. And what it is a certain frequency of music that's supposed to kill cancer cells. I don't know. I don't know if it works, but I'm doing it anyway. I listen to it every night religiously when I go to sleep. So I'm doing everything I have to and I can do for my cancer. So the next thing is I meet with a nutritionist. So I'm super excited about that because, oh, this is another part. I forgot. I don't eat a lot now. I eat here and there, but mostly my nutrition comes from high calorie boost. It's called Very Vanilla, and I literally drink this like 4 or 5 times a day. And it has like 530 calories in it. So I can't taste anything. So it's hard to sit and eat when you can't really taste things. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm hopeful that the nutritionist can find some things and help me learn how to make different things that I can taste, or that, you know, I can somewhat taste, in order to have some variety in my diet, because I can't live on these like indefinitely. I just can't. It's a lot. So anyway, okay, on the other front, right now I am working on an amazing desk. I'm so excited about this desk. It's huge. It's the biggest project I've done. It is a Thomasville executive desk, and I'm stripping the top, and I'm going to get it back to its natural grain, and then I'm either going to, I think I'm going to put a gray wash on it and then seal it, and then the base I am painting black, and I haven't decided what paint I'm going to use. So it's either going to be 1 Hour Enamel by Wise Owl and Jet Black, or I'm going to use possibly Jolie, or I need something that is going to have, I might use mud paint. They actually have a really good finish. So hold on 1 second, my husband's coming up. Josh, I'm taping, so like, don't talk or go in front, okay? That's my husband. Now I'm gonna show them who you are, just because you came out. That's my husband, who has been my rock, has done everything for me, to help me through this horrible cancer. And I don't think I could have done it without him. So anyway, back to the desk. And I'm itchy too, really itchy. Back to the desk. So yeah, I'm gonna paint it black, and then I'm gonna do I'm either gonna do, I really haven't really planned this out yet. I'm either gonna do an inlay. No, I'm not doing an inlay. I'm gonna do probably a decoupage paper on it, and then do some freehand painting to blend in around it and extend it. But yeah, I'll let you know what it turns out like. You'll see some videos of the progress, and then you'll see the reveal. But I'm super excited about this, and I think it's going to be really good. So anyway, ask any questions. I'm here. Ask me anything. I'm pretty much an open book, but thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting me through my cancer journey. And I hope that you all have a great night, and I hope that you are all doing well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.